Oh.
Go now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. It's 7 o'clock. It is Wednesday night. It is time for another episode of our favourite talk show, F1XL Xtra. And as you probably heard, I am joined, as always, by my partner in crime, Mr. F1XL Norris. How are you, sir?
Good evening, everybody. I'm not too bad. Be a bit better when my bank balance looks a little bit healthier. Let's just put it that way. But
I mean, we're not getting paid enough to do this. I think we should get a pay rise.
I know. I think we should start a petition to the government. No. Then again, they have other shit to deal with, like arguing.
No. I'm talking get a pay rise from Taz. He should be paying us to do this job.
Yeah, now watch, we're gonna get sacked.
Sacked to the morning. We're getting sacked to them now. No, I get paid tomorrow as well, mate. So I cannot wait.
Oh mate, I don't get paid for another couple of weeks. It's bullshit.
Ouch. The problem is though, tomorrow morning I'll be rich. Friday morning I'll be poor.
I was just gonna say, tomorrow morning you'll be rich. Tomorrow afternoon you'll be fucking on your ass.
Yeah, because all of my bills go out on the first of the month. So
yeah,
pretty much,
that's understandable.
I'm rich for a day, and then I'm poor for the rest of the month.
Yeah, exactly. But let's not talk about money. Let's talk about why we're actually here.
Oh yeah, we can't all be like you, Rock. Weekly pay and all
off.
that.
Piss
Yeah. Now, to be fair, I do prefer being paid monthly over weekly.
To be fair, I do as well, and that because all my bills come out monthly, and it all
Correct.
works out nicely, and I know how much I've got left and everything because sit there a few days before I get paid and work it all out and stuff like that. So
Exactly.
But
anyways,
we are here to talk F1.
And
as you can see,
first things first. Before we even go into F1XL, let's quickly talk. How have you enjoyed the break between the races in real life F1? I can't lie. I'm absolutely buzzing for this weekend.
I can't wait for it to come back.
Yeah.
But is it gonna be the same shit? It's just I don't know. I know I've been reading a lot lately and everything, and that I know I read something earlier on. Nigel Mansell is not happy with the 2026 regulations. He has basically thrown it out there and said they are stupid.
I mean, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong. I'll be happy to see it back, but then we get another week off or something, don't we?
Yeah, I think so. I know we've got Miami this weekend.
Yeah.
And then I think we then got a week, and then we move into Europe. If I'm not mistaken.
I think we do. With that, actually, speaking of, I did see as well that they're bringing Turkey back for 2027.
Actually, no, we don't move into Europe. We actually go from. They've actually done something. That makes sense for a change. Yeah, because it used to be they come to Europe, do Spain, Monaco, which makes sense, and then they go to Canada. Right, so you've come from the Middle East and Bahrain and that sort of area. You've then come into Europe to then go out for one race in North America. At least this time, they've actually thought the air miles and all that. Miami is on this weekend, and then in 2 weeks' time, you've then got Canada, which for me makes sense. Makes absolute sense. And obviously Monaco after that in June.
Yeah, exactly. I see what Wade's just put. Feels like season's starting again. To be fair, it does. It's been that long. It does feel like it's a restart of the season, and then have another 3-week break. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
But as I said, they have brought Turkey back as well for next year. I cannot wait for that.
But obviously, the 3-week break they've just had wasn't actually a planned 3-week break.
No, it wasn't. We were meant to be going to Saudi Arabia.
Correct, and Bahrain.
Yeah.
We meant to have 2 races in that time, but both got cancelled due to Donald Trump. we won't go there. We'll get cancelled. We'll get cancelled.
Yeah, we certainly will indeed. But let's talk F1. We are in Brazil, as you can see on the screen. This is the Division 1, guys, so you'll have both the sprint and the main race on there, courtesy of Chips and Davy. But let's start with our division, shall we? Division Flaming 4.
Yeah, yeah. Go on then. We'll start with Div 4.
Yeah, we'll start with Div 4. We might as well get it out of the way. Well, sprint quali. Sprint quali, you had a good one, to be fair. Qualified P5.
Yep, I had a good qualifying, but then things went
to shit.
bit Pete Tong in the race.
They certainly did.
Yeah, well, I'll get to my sprint race in a mo, but
Yeah.
qualifying in Div 4, I believe
You've got the usual suspects of Olds and Wadey, the top of the grid order.
yep.
Lynx had a race ban, so he wasn't able to partake in qualifying or the sprint race. So he did well with serving that one correctly, like any driver would when they pick up a ban. Then, as I say, I'll give it a quick rundown. Olds pole for the sprint, Wadey second, Sparrow third, Tyler James fourth, Mr. Barnes P5, L Dog, which probably, as we spoke about it in the chat, probably set up 5. Because that man loves set up 5. I don't know
He
why.
does. He does. I don't understand why.
Hayden in,
Even on tracks that are absolutely renowned, set up 1.
yeah,
Yeah. Hold on. What track you on? What setup you on? 5.
5. Hayden in P7, Warder P8, F1XL Arnie in P9, and Scotsman to round out the top 10. Conte in P11, CRT Hayes P12, myself in P13. Fucking
Yeah, what happened to you?
I had a shocking one. I
Oh, actually,
I
no,
can't qualify well.
no. If I remember rightly, in the sprint qualifying, you actually turned around and said, "Fuck, I forgot to use my ERS."
That is also a good point. I did. I forgot to use my ERS in the qualifying, so I made big boo boos there. Yes, I do remember now. Shut up, Mads. Thank you for reminding me.
You're
F1XL
welcome.
Senna P14, Quezzy in P15, rounding out the guys that did set a time. Linked Adventura with that race ban and race ban for that one. He managed to basically not do anything and finish up not being last because he qualified P16. Dean in P17, Rambo Jambo in P18, Alan Y in P19, and Sparky all with not getting time set, so
Should
basically
should
getting disqualified.
should links even be on the sheet for that?
Yes, because it'll fuck up the sheets.
Okay, fine. I'll say no more.
Yes, basically, if you add a driver later on, it's a case of where were they in the previous part, so they've got to be added
Yeah,
onto
fine.
the sheet to then so that it can be adjusted on the sheets for real time stuff like that.
Yeah, fine. That makes sense. So yeah, into the race itself, I did get a good start. I think I managed to jump. I think I managed to jump them at the start, but then end up falling behind them. And then I think I jumped Tyler James at the start, and then he overtook me, and then I was keeping up with him. We had a good little battle for a couple of laps, and then I think just coming out of the final couple of corners of the sort of infield section
Yep.
before heading onto the main straight, before heading onto that long straight down to
Yes.
the start finish line. I had a
The
bit of a
corner we're basically coming up to now on stream.
yeah that corner. I had a little bit of a spin. My car decided to just go wee, and I ended up putting it into the wall, damaging my front wing, and then I had to go and box. At that point, before the before I even got into the pits, I knew my race was over because there was no way anyone, unless they had a safety car, there was no way I was catching up.
Yeah.
But then obviously I then entered the pits, got a speeding in the pit lane penalty, and I thought, nah, enough's enough. I'm just going to save my tires, save everything, and I just retired in the pit lane.
Yeah. Yeah,
fault.
it's the right
You know,
thing to do, as you're saying that. If you've got wing damage and then picking up a 10-second time penalty as well, it's basically you've just basically ruled yourself out of that,
yeah,
which is massively out.
I don't like not finishing races, but
Yeah,
I wasn't going to. I wasn't going to just. I mean, and considering the fact that the race itself was going to be full wet, as we'll
yeah,
discuss in a little while, there was absolutely no point in me, practice. If it was going to be a dry race in the main race, I would have used them 12 laps for a bit of practice.
yeah,
But
exactly.
because it was going to be full wet, there was absolutely no point in me staying out and
No,
practicing.
exactly.
So
My sprint race, the start, I don't know what happened. I got off the line very well, and some reason or something, I ended up into the wall on the start-finish straight just after leaving me pit box.
okay.
So I picked up wing damage there, uh, and then it was just basically from the back trying to push on and try and maximise it as best as I can. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to. I did manage to get back up to P14 in the end, but it was a bit of a shit show from me in the sprint race.
Hmm.
But I'll give the rundown of the sprint. Olds won it. Wadey in P second. Sparrow P second, P2. Sparrow P3. Tyler James P4. Arnie, I think with his best result of the season, P5. Rambo Jambo P6. Alan Y P7. L-Dog in P8, Hayden P9, Scotsman P10, Dean in P11, Conte P12, myself P13, Senna P14, Quincy Plays in P15, Sparky 16th, Warder in 17th, CRT Hayes rounding out the finishers with P18, and then Barnes, yourself DNF in, and Links that wasn't able to take part.
So with Warder, he actually was doing really well, and I think with a couple of laps to go, he had a little bit of a tank slapper,
Yes.
and that sent him onto the grass, and he wasn't able to slow the car down in time, and basically went straight into the side of Tyler James.
Yes, he said he did indeed. He did. He was a very interesting one.
I was I was I was I was actually watching, obviously from outside. Obviously, I left the Discord chat so I could
Yeah,
talk and not disturb anybody. And I was really wanting Warder to get some good points. And
yeah,
he was actually in like the top five.
yeah. He
Um,
was.
he didn't. I don't think Arnie was challenging too much in terms of keeping up with him. I think he was safely in P5, and then all of a sudden that happened. I was just like, no,
Yeah,
Warder.
I remember Arnie saying in the sprint and everything, and that he felt like he picked the wrong setup because that he picked setup two. Because he
Yeah,
said at
that
the
was the
end
wrong start for the sprint race with both fully dry for sure.
yeah, because he said he did say after the race, after the main race and everything as well. He said the reason why he picked that up too is because he believed that it did what it did last time, and that was lock the set in for both weekends. So he thought
For
it was
both,
set
yeah.
up to yes. So he thought
So
it was
so
locked, and he couldn't.
so previously, where you qualified for the sprint race, and
Yes,
then your position in the main race goes by where you finish in the sprint. If I'm not,
yes,
that's how
yes,
you and you couldn't change this out,
yes,
which brings me on to what Bray said in the chat, where he said did I change my front wing angle when I pitted in the sprint? The answer, no, I didn't, because I didn't need to,
because I
because
was tired.
it was a wet qualifying. It was a wet
Yeah,
race.
yeah, it
So
was.
I was never going to be set up free in a wet race. I was always going to go down a setup.
Yeah, it was the
So
same with that. Same with me and everything. And that main qualifying come, I ended up changing my setup because I wasn't gonna be happy on setup three. But
yeah,
I think a few people did brave out setup three as well. And
yep,
they could feel that pain.
yep.
But
And then a couple of people, not going to mention any names, Ferrari. Yeah, surprise, fucking surprise. Ferrari making a wrong strategy call. What? Both the Ferraris in Div 4, Ald and Alan Y decided, oh, it's raining. Let's go set up 4.
yes, But the main qualifying was interesting as well. We'll get to. I'll read these names out, and people probably will tell me what's wrong with this. Rambo Jambo qualified P1, Elite L Dog P2, Tyler James P3, Sparrow P4, Hayden P5, Alan Y P6, Arnie P7, Scotsman P8, Senna P9, Mr. Barnes P10, Conte P11, Sparky P12, Dean P13. No, Sparky was the rounding out of the finishers that were actually able to set a time. Now brace
So,
yourself,
so,
ladies and gents.
so, who's missing from that list, guys? Who's missing from that list? Only the championship leader. Only the second place in the championship, and the third place in the championship, and the fourth place in the championship.
So basically, yes. Dean, down to Sparky, he was the final of the drivers of able to set a time. Dean qualified P13 with no time set. Link said Ventura, Qualiban, managed to sneak his way from last to P14 because of all the kerfuffle. Warder
With a quali ban as
P15.
well. With a
Yes.
quali ban.
Yeah, exactly. Warder P15, no time set. Myself P16, no time set. CRT Hayes, no time set. Quezzy Plays 18th. Olds P19, P2 in the championship. Wadey P20, championship leader.
Yeah.
That
Mad.
is
Absolutely mad.
that is how qualifying went for that. And I'm probably going to get told bollocks by Wadey in a moment.
You may do, you may not.
You may
But
do. But if I see correctly and everything and that, I'll probably get stuck up for in there as well. And that'll be Dean. Dean will probably say, carry on giving him shit.
the brothers of minor inconvenience. Gotta love them.
Yes.
Gotta love them.
But as you say, main race, absolutely pissing it down.
Yep.
Absolute full wet tyres for the start. It was absolutely horrendous. Let's just say.
There he is. Don't stop. Don't stop.
There it is. So here we go. The incident. Well, start of lap one of the first part of this race. Big issues on the track, big wet sliding and stuff like that. Incidents happened. Safety car red flag came out, but because it affected more than 5 drivers, we called for a lobby restart. So
Yep.
we backed out. I got all the settings back up, and we went again. And yeah, it was interesting. Rambo got off to a good start, and I think if I remember correctly, someone said in the chat he basically pissed off. He was like 18 seconds in front or something, if I remember. I think it was
Yeah.
Tyler or somebody else or Sparrow said that he'd basically pissed off down the road and he got himself an 18-second gap. Start from me was fancied a bit of fun at the back of the grid. Didn't happen. No, it didn't, did it, Wadey? Yeah. And Link's got off to a fantastic start in the wet. He's basically sent it down turn one, like he did in in the first part of the race. He sent it down the inside. I followed and made up very good positions. I made it inside the top 10 on both occasions. Links I think had made the top 5 within turn 3. That's how mad it was for that start from there, and then there on then it was a case of people were undecided. I know that the game said that the weather was changing. It's probably going to be light, but
Yeah. Yeah.
some
For
people's were
some,
saying it was still heavy.
yeah, I was gonna say for some people it was saying the full wet was the tyre to be on, whereas others it was saying the intermediate was the tyre to be on.
Yeah,
So
because
obviously, me towards the back. Obviously, I'd had an incident, I'd lost a few places off the start, trying to be careful, and I fell back towards the back of the pack. So I was sort of like P16, P17. So I was like, it's telling me to go with intermediates. I'm going to be the one to take the risk. Let's wing it and see what happens. So I think I pitted on lap 6 or 7.
I was going to say Link. I know Link's pitted lap 6. So he
in that,
went on to the intermediates.
In that case, it was lap 6. Then me and Link pitted on the same lap.
Yeah.
So I went on to the intermediates, and I made my intermediates last till the end of the race. So
yes.
I did 30 laps on the intermediates.
So did
and
Link.
They wasn't exactly screaming out at me either, saying, enough's enough. They
No,
they,
it's
they could have done a few more laps.
I was gonna say I think possibly because the track was still very damp in certain places, you was able to cool them down and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Because my way of it and everything as well, I was battling hard with Gareth and Scotsman and Hayden and stuff like that, and I think I went around about lap 14 or something, and
yeah,
When Links pitted onto him and everything and that, he wasn't gaining time on me. Um, he wasn't gaining as much time as I thought he would on the inters and stuff like that. And someone popped up saying that their engineer had told him full wets is the tyre to be on. Pitted. I think it was Wadey actually. He said that his engineer popped up and said full wets are the tyres to be in. Pit. Wadey just ignored him, and I think I boxed it out. I can't remember what lap it was, lap 14 or something, and I made them last to the end. But as I say, Links, he started slowly pulling me in, but I was making a few little mistakes here and there and stuff like that. But tires must have been getting up to temperature, the right temperature that he needed him to be to start closing the gap, which then gave me the shout of, look, I need to go into the intermediates if I'm going to challenge for where I need to be and stuff like that. So I pitted lap 14, I think it was, or something daft like that, and went to the end on him, and had some cracking battles. Myself and Warder scrapping all race like we have done for the last few weeks, and it's been absolutely brilliant. Hayden's there as well, Scotsman. Scotsman decided he was going to retire 3, 4 laps from the end because he ran out of fuel. A lot of people were saying the fuel ran out very quickly as well, which was very shocking because we didn't get any safety cars neither.
mm,
Which you'd think in a full wet race there might be more incidents, but there wasn't. Everybody was on their best behaviour, and it was absolutely madness that no safety cars were caused, and everybody was able to make the meet. I think Sparrow was the only one that pitted, then put on full wets again. I know he
yeah,
pitted. He
yeah.
put on full wets again towards how whatever lap it was. I think he was lap 18. I know Tyler went to lap 18, and I think he went on the intermediates. And no, he went very late. Did Tyler? He said he should have gone 18, but he didn't. He held on and wets a little bit too long, and he lost out massively. But it was a very fun and very interesting race as well, especially in the full wet.
I wouldn't say it was a fun
Well,
race.
it was interesting for me and very fun for me, but for the likes of Barnes, Wadey, some of the other names, Olds, they didn't enjoy it at all. So I'll give a quick rundown.
To be fair, when I saw that the race was going to be full wet, I knew I would struggle because in practice, we did some wet running,
Yeah,
um, and just because I knew that potentially we could have a wet session, um, so I did some wet running, and Gareth was almost 2 seconds faster than me.
damn.
Yeah, so
Oh,
I knew I was struggling
yeah,
if it rained.
yeah.
So my biggest hope for points was the sprint race, and obviously what happened in the sprint race happened. There
Yeah,
was nothing
exactly.
I could do about that.
So I'll quickly run this down, and then we'll do the drivers tables to see what changes have been made, and then we'll quickly move on because we are at 7:30 right now. We've gone a little bit over, plus we were a little bit late. So race winner Links Adventura all the way from P14, Rambo in P2, Hayden P3, myself P4, Warder P5, Elite L Dog believe ran out of fuel towards the end as well, P6 for him. Tyler Jones in P7, Sparrow P8, CRT Hayes P9, Quizzy plays in P10, Wadey finishing P11, Arnie P12, Senna P13, Barnes in P14, Dean in P15, Conte in P16, Sparky P17, Scotsman in P18, but he still gets classified because he did more than 90% of the race. Alan White and Olds were the only two drivers to DNF. So your drivers' championship for Division 4, Wadey still leads the
As you were,
way.
it's
Huh?
as you were,
It
it's as you were.
it pretty is much as you were. Wadey still leads the way, but the gap between him and Olds is 42 points. Then Lynx Adventura has moved up to P3 with his race win. He managed to jump me. He's now on 169. I'm in P4 now. Rambo has moved up and he has moved to P5. So he's not been in this division that he missed the first 5 races and he's managed to keep himself up into P5 right now and take that final ASR spot. Sparrow P6, Quizzy plays P7, uh, Barnes in P8, Tyler James P9, Hayden into P10. So Hayden as well, he's not been here that long either, and he's got himself into the top 10.
Mhm.
We won't go to constructors because we kind of need to get on and move on to the next sort of divisions.
Absolutely.
So
Right.
division
Prediction
evening, Jensen, Matty. Oh yeah, let's quickly do predictions for.
predictions for
Well,
Baku.
well, do we do predictions this week because we don't race this week?
This is true, but we
We'll
may
get
as
them
well.
done. We might as well get them done.
Yeah.
Baku. Do you know what? I'm gonna chuck myself out there because I know I can do Baku. I love Baku.
Interesting.
I know you said me to win the sprint race last week. So that's probably commentator's curse from last week. So I'm gonna commentator's curse myself this week.
I'm going to go for championship leader Wadey.
Yeah, I to be fair, last few seasons when I've done Baku and that, I've really enjoyed it. I've either walked away with a win or I've been on the podium no matter what. So I'm chucking myself on that one. And Arnie, go bollocks to yourself. Evening, gents and Matty.
And you're just unclassified.
Uh, to be fair, he says evening, gents. There's only you with me.
Yeah. And
So, who did you say? Wadey or Olds?
Wadey. I think
Wadey.
Wadey to win.
Wadey to win and secure his championship.
Wadey the wet.
Wadey the
Yeah.
wet.
Yeah. We're still not sure if Bahrain's going ahead yet.
No,
Uh,
I'm out of the championship fight now. So I've secured ASR, so I might just not even turn up for the next 2 weeks.
yeah. I was going to say the top 4 are nailed on for ASR, and then the battle for the last spot is between Rambo, Sparrow, Quezzy, and myself. But again, I'm probably too far out. Yeah, I'm probably too far out. 30 points.
Uh,
30
go
points
on.
back. I'm too far out.
Nah,
I've got
anything can
I've got to
happen.
win. I've got to win the last 2 races, and let's be honest, I'm probably not going to get anywhere close to winning the last 2 races.
No,
So
it's going to be a tough ending to the season.
yeah,
A very
yeah,
tough ending. But right, let's move on to Division 3, shall we?
yeah.
Division
Now
3,
I've,
I'll
I've
let you.
had I've had a look at the qualifying time for this division, and I'll tell you now, Jesus Christ.
Uh,
Okay,
yeah,
so
I'm looking at both of them now. Jesus Christ.
okay. So apart from ancient in the sprint, apart from Ancient Chap and DNG Titan, everyone else, 109.0441, 109.095, 109.018, 109.228, 109.238, 109.302, 393, 493, 5. It's that's just the sprint race. That's just the sprint qualifying. You wait until you see what's happening in the main qualifying.
Yeah, I'll check that.
Jesus
I'll check that.
Christ.
I'll see them in a moment and everything. But
But yeah,
I'll let you do the rundown on this one.
so H chap did set a 108.471 and stuck it on pole in the Red Bull. DNG Titan in P2, Forensic Narwhal P3, Taz P4, Blaze P5, Walnut Whipped in P6. Again, his qualifying pace is good, but according to a lot of people, his race pace is not there, unfortunately. But
Who's that
hopefully he
for?
can find it. Walnut Whipped.
Ah,
He's the newest Haas driver.
yes.
He's the newest Haas hole.
Yes, that's right.
Lieutenant Jangeli, Slow Dog, only P8. Chetty P9 and Puny Chipmunk in P10 with Kent all over your face. Hubbardly, Titan Iron, Scrubs, Swiss King, Berserker Mark, and Imi at the back of the pack. Into the sprint race itself, it looked like a tight one.
It did by the looks of the times on that one, yeah.
Yeah, like the top 8 drivers separated by less than 9 seconds. It looked tight. I don't know if they had a safety car or
I'm not too sure.
yeah, I don't know.
I do actually have information on that one, actually. I can
Okay,
tell you that in a minute. Just keep going.
okay. Well, Ancient Chap did go pole, lights to flag, winning the race by 0.584 seconds from DNG Titan, and Mr. Tazo did get round at the podium. Forensic Narwhal finished 4th, Slow Dog in 5th, Lieutenant D'Angeli in 6th, Blaze in 7th. Chetty is your final points finisher in the sprint with Kent all over your face. Titan Iron, Walnut Whipped, Berserker Mark, Immy, Scrub, and Puny Chipmunk, the last of the finishers, with Hubbard and Swiss King not finishing.
Apparently there was 2 safety cars, but I wasn't told if they were main race or the sprint race.
I know the main race had a safety car.
Right, so there's got to be one. They've got to be one in the sprint race. Well, I got told there was one at the start, and then there was one at 5 laps to go.
Okay, so that means then it was probably main race for both.
Probably.
But
I'll double check anyway.
Yeah. So that was your sprint race. Now we move on to qualifying for the main race, and my oh my, do these times get interesting?
Oh yeah, these times are ridiculous.
Okay, so DNG Titan actually managed to jump. Oh bloody hell! Should be that muted, right? DNG Titan managed to actually get the better of Ancient Chap.
Yeah, Aston Martin.
Put it on pole in the Aston Martin, with Ancient Chap in second. Taz showing his pace around Brazil in third. Puny Chipmunk in fourth. And then we move into the interesting ones. Chetty 1090808.
Yep.
Blaze in sixth 109030.
Oh, yeah.
Kent,
Wow.
Kent 330 109031. 1,000th of a second.
Yep.
Separating 7th and 8th.
Yep.
Slow Dog 109091. Lieutenant Dan 109145. Hubbardy 109240. Berserker Mark 109270. And then Titan Iron 109271. So another 1,000th of a second separating. So from Puny Chipmunk in fourth, actually no, from Tazo in from DG Titan from Ancient Chap in second, all the way down to Titan Iron in 12th, separated by 4 tenths. 4 tenths of a second. It's absolutely crazy.
It's bonkers.
Oh my lord, that is just some crazy times.
Yeah, exactly. Absolute madness.
So then we move into the main race itself, and as you mentioned, there was a safety car on lap 5.
No, it was very early on. Let me just double check. One at the start, and then a safety car with 5 laps to go.
Okay, so the one at the start is literally lap 1.
Yep.
So there's a lap 1 incident,
Yep.
which I'm just trying to see what happens. Oh, blimey! I've just seen the start. I'm watching Slow Dog's point of view here, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, so it looks like whatever happens behind. They're going through turn 3, going down the main straight. Safety car have just come out. It must have. Oh, it happened on the straight, going down to turn number 4 at the end of the second DRS straight.
End of the straight that they're just watching now on stream.
Yeah, exactly that. And yeah, I don't actually know what happened. I couldn't see what happened, but there was something obviously happened behind, and it said virtual safety car, and then went full call safety car. So yeah, that's so it was lap 1 for the first safety car, and then you say 5 laps from the end for the second.
Yep. And for some reason the stream's gone a bit blurry, but it's fine. It'll kick back in soon.
You hope.
I hope. Yeah.
So it looked as though the actual race itself was quite tight as well, because the top 10 was once again separated by just over 10 seconds.
Yeah. So
Uh,
that safety car helped at the end then.
yeah, yeah. I wonder how many people actually gained positions through penalties.
Yeah, I wonder and everything because I bet you quite a few people did gain penalties on that. So it's going to be
Yeah,
interesting to see what happens done.
yeah.
Basically the tables have not long been done and stuff like that. It was a
It
very
looked it
last
looked
moment.
it looked like the two stop was the strategy to go for. Although Kent 330 and Scrub did opt for a free stop.
Yeah, I have seen that as well.
Quite interesting. But
Yeah.
Kent did finish eighth, so he made it work and get some points.
Yeah,
But
so that late safety car, he's probably dived in and got banged on a set of fresh tires, soft tires and everything, and just moved back through the field and everything, and that, with them all being cramped up towards the end.
yeah, and again he may have managed to jump people through penalties as well.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll quickly round up the results of division number 3. Ancient Chap actually does the double. He takes the win in the main race as well. Lieutenant Dan, a good result for Haas in P2. DNG Titan in P3. Mr. Tazo P4. Hubbardly, glad to see my old teammate from last season back on the grid doing well in P5. Uh, Puny Chipmunk in P6. Forensic Narwhal P7. Kent 330 in P8. Titan Iron P9 and Berserker Mark rounding out the points in 10. Scrubs Slow Dog didn't have the best race.
Yeah, I just noticed that Slow Dog didn't have the best of races. Neither did Chetty, to be fair.
No. Slow Dog and Chetty disappointing 12th and 13th. Blazed in
Yeah,
14th.
that's another one as well, Blazed.
Yes, Blazed is in the championship fight if I'm not mistaken. Well,
I think he is.
He's in the race for the ASR.
Yes.
He's now in fourth place in the championship.
Yes.
Um, and yeah, it's interesting. I thought he would have been up there fighting for the points, but he ended up finishing 40 seconds back. And then where are we? In P15, Swiss King a lap down, and Walnut Whipped in the other half a lap down as well, with All Over Your Face and Imi in the Mercedes failing to finish. The championship standings for division number 3 are Ancient Chap is leading the way, and I think he won the championship as well.
Yes, he is a championship actually.
Yeah,
He's got a 69 point gap to DNG Titan. Actually, I didn't see that.
yep. So Ancient Chap has a 69-point lead with, well, if that is of course if we're not racing Bahrain.
Yeah,
So
it all
we
depends at the moment, but
it all depends on that. But
I think it is going to be confirmed that we aren't racing Bahrain, so it's a bit.
okay,
I think we're just going to have to leave it and lump it. I'm guessing. But if it is so, then Ancient Chap is your Division 3 title holder.
he is indeed with 245 points. Ancient Chap has a 69-point lead over DNG Titan on 176. Slow Dog can still finish second in the championship. He's on 157. Blaze, after the weekend, he is 154. And Adski, who didn't race this weekend, is on 128.
Yes.
Lieutenant Dan is in sixth. Forensic Narwhal seventh. Chetty eighth. Kent 330 in ninth. And Mr. Tazo in P10.
Yes.
Your predictions for Baku?
I don't know. It's going to be tough. Baku. Do you know what? I'm going to throw Tazo out there because I know Tazo likes Baku. He's another one. When I've raced with Tazo and everything, and we've been at Baku, it's either he wins and I get podium, or he crashes, I take the win. I think that's
Okay.
what not happened. It didn't happen last season. I think it happened the season before. Me and Taz were battling from start to finish, and we had the sprint race as well. So we battled massively, sprint race and main race, until he
Right.
crashed in the main race, and that's how I managed to get the win in that one. But I'm gonna throw Tazo out there. I think Tazo is gonna score big this week at Baku. Which,
And
if
I'm
that's the case, he can chuck himself possibly. It all depends. If Adski races, it could very much tighten and get very closer for an ASR spot because they're all still very close.
yeah, I still think Aski's ASR's to lose. I think he's on 128 points. He's got a 38 point lead over D'Angeli, um, which then means he's got a 39, 40, 49, 49, 53 point lead over Taz.
All right, maybe not another.
So yeah, I don't think Taz can
Make the
unless we
ASR.
unless of course again if we race in Bahrain,
It
then
could. It could.
there is a potential, but
Yeah.
as it stands, I don't think Taz will make get in the ASR.
No.
I think it's Asgis to lose.
Yes.
And that's your Div 3 roundup.
Who are you saying for race?
Did I not say
No.
I'm going to go for Blazed.
You're going blazed.
Yeah, I'm going
Nice.
to Blazed. I think he had a bad race this weekend,
And
and I
he
think
redeems himself next time when we race.
correct.
So, Division 2 up next, and I think there's a few Division 2 drivers in here. I know Bro's in here because I've just seen him type. Uh,
Uh,
so Division 2, not a good, well, they still had a good turnout, 14 drivers turning up and stuff like that. But let's see what these times are. Times for top top 5, 6 tenths between them. Leonardo managed to just sneak into that 108. Let's just put it that way. I'll run it down. That's Chazza, isn't it?
Chazzy, yeah.
Yeah, Chazza takes your pole position in the sprint race. Sky Senpai, so Red Bull 1-2 for the sprint race. Sky Senpai in P2. Hake in P3. Bullet Wounds in P4. Leonardo P5. Greeners P6. Yudon Checks in P7. Um, Hang on a second. Leonardo, as I say, his time, as I say, he just managed to sneak into the 108. He squeezed it that much. It was a 108 at 999.
Crazy.
Exactly. Green, as I say, Green is P6. Yudon Checks P7. ARL Bob in P8. Judgy P9. Sinful Chris P10. Ulster Stig P11, Find the Pass in P12, Brain Core P13, and Taplin, he wasn't able to set a time down in P14. Looks like they had sunshine, no safety cars in the sprint race, so it was all basically all set fight on unless you were the bottom 3. Because the top 8 was separated by 5 seconds. Just over,
Damn,
just over 5 seconds. 5.8 seconds split the top 8.
that's actually crazy.
So the Red Bull drivers did not manage to take the 1-2 in the sprint race. Leonardo
Oh,
did. Leonardo took the race win in the sprint. Greeners, which I'm shocked about in P2. I'm actually shocked that he hasn't asked to come onto the show.
Greener's got nosebleeds, guys.
He
Greener's got
has.
nosebleeds.
Sky the Senpai in P3, Bullet Wounds P4, Yudon Checks P5, Chazza in P6, Judgy P7. Rounding out the points is ARL Bob, Ulster Stig P9, Taplin at P12, Braincore P11, Find the Pass. I think he had issues. Let me have a quick. Yeah, I think he had an issue because he pitted. Same with Brain Core. Bray finished 40 seconds off the lead. Find the Pass finished a minute off the lead. Sinful Chris finished a 1 minute 4 behind, and he didn't
So
pit stop.
so in the chat, Bray said in the sprint, Chris and Pass crashed early. Both lost wing. Chris never pitted. Pass and me did the wing thing, but then we had a lobby restart in the race due to the issue.
Right, okay. Well, I would have offered. Nah, don't worry about it, bro. We were kind of running behind and stuff like that. And Hake Jow is your only DNF in Division 2 sprint race.
How dare
Exactly. So the main sprint.
what do you reckon? Do you reckon we get Brian?
Ah, uh, I can hop in. I can do another race, but yeah,
We can in for 5 minutes.
yeah,
Yeah,
cause
come on,
can
come
go on
on
then,
in,
bro.
Brian, for 5 minutes.
I'm gonna
Just,
say,
just,
I
just,
don't think we
just,
had
just.
anybody on last week, neither, did we?
No, we didn't. Just to sort of stop people from moaning at hearing Mona Norris's voice. We do have Brian Cole joining us. Hello, Bray.
Yeah, which is now gonna,
Hello.
which is now gonna get complained that we got Bray's voice on.
No. There won't be any spelling mistakes. People will not moan now.
No, it's just gonna be a speech impediment.
Wow, wow.
Either a speech impediment or Mike goes dodgy.
Yeah, that's more like it. That's more like it.
But
How
no,
are you, Bray? You right?
yes, how are you, bro?
I am good. How are you two?
It's abrasive. Oh, Rock.
Oh Lord. Get out, Rock. Get out now. Right?
No. Before the race on Sunday, me, Pass, and Checks and Bob, we were just doing puns to either my name, Bob's name, and it
Oh
was just
God,
mad.
that would have been an interesting one. So, Bray, let's go talk main qualifying. Yeah, main race qualifying. How did you go? How did you feel with it and stuff like that after changing your wing from the sprint race and stuff like that? Did you feel more comfortable with it on the qualifying?
The car felt way more easy to drive when I upped it from. I think I was on preset 4, so I upped it from about 13 to 18, and it felt so much different to drive, which was just lovely.
Yeah.
And I think Pass also found the exact same.
Yeah. So the order of the qualifying, as you say, with its one shot, you can't really say much really about it. So I'll give that one a quick rundown, and then we'll get on with the race details and stuff like that. So Chazza does take pole position again in the sprint. Fuck's sake, because the sprint and main races, you've got to talk about it, haven't you? The main race, so Chazza takes pole position there. ARL Bob, I don't think he's seen second place in qualifying for a very long time, but well done on
I want to
Bob
say
getting.
Canada
All right.
was his last.
So Bob qualifying P2, Van der Pass P3, so that wing change definitely helped him. Checks in P4, Sky the Senpai P5, Bullet Wounds P6, Greeners P7, Leonardo P8, Braincore P9, Judgy P10, Hate Jow P11, Taplin in P12, Sinful Chris and Ulster Stig not setting times. So we go on to the main race. Bray, take it away.
So early on in the race, lap 1 at the end of it, Taplin retires after contact. I want to say it was with me and a couple other drivers just at the back of the grid, just all getting collected. He was the only one who got damaged, so he retires lap 1 in the pit. His race was over. Going in a couple more laps, there was contact between, I think it was Find the Pass and Ultra Stig. I think it was with somebody, it was between two drivers on the grid anyway. They come
I can
together.
see that Ulster Stig and Taplin have DNF, so it could have been Ulster
Yeah.
Stig.
Well, I know how Ultra Stig retired, and that's later on in the race.
All right, okay.
But they had contact damage, and the first safety car gets called. A couple of us pit. I think it was only me, Checks, and Pass who pit, trying to go straight onto hards, trying to do a 2-stop from there, and everyone else stayed out. Then we do 4 more laps after the safety car, and Ultra Stig spins it in front of Bob and me. Both of us have no time to react. Bob luckily gets no damage. I have no time to react and drive straight into Ultra Stig's car without him ghosting. That's how Ultra Stig retires.
Right, so you caused murder.
A bit of a shame for Barnes. I know you're Mercedes team principal. But after that, we had another safety car due to that. All the field pits. But now we're on mixed strategies because a lot of people started on hards. And the people who pitted went again. So a lot of people had to go onto a set of mediums, or even if some people did go hards, including. So the ones who definitely did go hards was me, Leo, Sky, and Chris. And the race result shows what they did perfectly. And the rest went mediums, and a couple stayed out, including Greeners and Justin, trying to still do their one stop on hards. We get to the restart of it. The grid slowly shuffles out as cars repit to get off their tyres. So the front four find themselves being Leo, Sky, Chris, and me, with the whole field behind hunting us down, with about 11 laps to go.
Nice.
We get a couple bits into the race. Chaz disconnects,
Oh, Christ.
and my race goes to pot. Because I'm the only one who... He was coming into the VC and he just spammed saying invite. I literally looked at this. I'm in AI for 2 seconds to invite him. Pits me in those 4 seconds.
Ouch.
And I dropped from P4 to P12.
Yeah, I was just about to look at that actually, because I see that you and Chaz both pitted 4 times.
Yeah, but after that, me and Chaz and Hake have a battle towards the end. I get damaged. I'm like, screw this. I'm going for fastest lap again. So I go and get fastest lap.
Fair.
I've done it every race this season.
So it was an eventful race then. Connection issues, death to Mercedes drivers. Yeah.
I think both drivers who DNF had contact with me, and I've got no tickets. So it's like,
yeah, we don't talk tickets. So a very eventful race. You pitting 4 times. Chaz had disconnected and pitting 4 times as well. Looking at it, the stops as well. You say Chris managed to one stop it. So did Sky and so did Leonardo. So the top 3 all managed to hold out, but only Leonardo and Sky seemed to just be the ones that were battling, because there was a gap of 1.5 seconds between them, and then there's a big gap of 6.5 behind to Chris. So yeah, you can tell that one stop worked as well, as Chex was slowly reeling in Sinful Chris as well. So it sounded a very interesting race for that.
yeah, the pack behind, like where me and Chris were at this time, like they were all battling just to get through the pack, because you had Justin and Greeners and Hake all just throwing that pack down, and others just trying to cut through. And I was in the VC with Chex, Bob, and Pass, and they were all just like, get out the blooming way. It's like they're just holding you up, and it's like, I don't mind this when I was at P4 until Chaz disconnected.
I was like that in the full wet for Division 4 and everything, and I was getting held up by Scotsman and Hayden, and it was a case of, I cannot swear, I don't want to say it. It is a bit frustrating, but it's also worth it, because you think about it, you're getting held up and everything. You've got to pick your spot. You've got to pick your right moment to make that move and make it count. Because if you make one slight mistake, that's ending your race and another driver's, and you don't want that at the end of the day.
Yeah, normally it's me doing it in Division 2, but this week I just found myself midway through the race up front. I'm like, what the hell?
Nosebleed territory.
You had nosebleeds as well then, yeah? Exactly that.
I was just thinking, what the hell? And then I put my car into AI for 4 seconds. I'm like, I'm back to my normal spot.
So I'm
in danger.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll run this Division 2 down very quickly. Leonardo does take the win in the Ferrari. So I think, was that a double win for him?
Double win for him, yeah.
Yeah, so he takes the sprint win and the main race win. Skyler Senpai P2, Sinful Chris P3, so that's good points for Mercedes there. You done checks in P4.
Hey, Bray, that's one Mercedes you didn't kill, mate.
I could have. If I didn't have AI issues, I would have been on him.
Sinful Chris in P3, you done checks P4, Find the Pass in P5, Bullet Wounds P6, Judgy P7, Greeners P8, Bob in P9. Yeah, back to normal for Greeners. Hake Jow rounding out the points in top 10. Chazza in P11 after connection issues. Brain Core just thinking, fuck it, I've messed up here and gone into AI and taken the 2 extra pit stops. To round out the final of the finishes, Ulsterstig, as you heard, and Taplin both DNF'd. So Drivers' Championship for Division 2. Let me get to that quickly.
It's really close to the top.
Skyler Senpai is currently leading the way, but with that double win at the weekend, Leo is now only 19 points back. So it's not over yet.
No, it is not.
Chazza is 56 points back and probably out of the running. Sinful Chris, good to see him in P4, trying to secure that ASR spot with Sandra in P5, who didn't race this weekend. Heikki Jow P6, Greeners P7, Bob in 8th, Bullet Wounds 9th, and Steve is rounding out the top 10. So,
Yes.
how are you around Baku, right?
Baku's normally one of my stronger tracks. Like, I'm hoping I can repeat what I was doing last season, because last season I was there sometimes in the fight, but towards the end of the season I kind of dropped off. And Baku was the one track where I just was back to the front. I was battling Sky and Chips last season, the championship leaders in that race. So I'm hoping for a similar thing this week.
So what I'm hearing there, Norris, is Brain Disaster Class.
Yeah, I think so.
Lap 1, turn 1.
The last time I thought I'd do good at a track was either Singapore or Canada, and Chris took me out in one of those. So,
oh god.
So there's issues there.
Well. What can I say? You probably deserved it because you keep taking my drivers out.
He took me out way before I took out.
Now, ladies, we do not do that type of stuff.
I'm winding him up.
I know.
No. We're close in the constructors, so it's fair game.
Yeah, it is they are, to be fair. We'll get to the overall constructors very shortly. So let's go predictions. And Bray, I'm going to throw you in the spotlight. Who do you reckon is winning?
I really want a close championship battle at the end of this, so I'm going to pick Leo.
Oh.
I'm going to go. I'll go Sky then.
Oh yeah, great. Throw me under the bus. I've now got to pick someone else.
You haven't. You can pick anyone.
You can pick Greeners.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's never gonna happen. Let's be real here.
Right. Good evening, Chips and Gravy. Thank you very much for your beautiful stream, as always. As it is there on stream. Do you know what? I don't know. It's tough because you've got some fantastic names there. Do you know what? Do you know what? I think I'm gonna have to agree with Bray. I want the championship to be even tighter than what it is and take it down to the final race. I'm gonna say Leo.
Fair.
That championship is absolutely mad to say there's only 19 points between the top two.
Yeah, and I also want to say, like, Chaz having disconnection issues screwed him from the championship fight here as well.
Yeah,
if it wasn't for that, he qualified on pole.
I was gonna say he qualified on pole for both sprint and main race.
Oh yeah, I know what happened as well to Chaz and Bob at the start. They both got drive-throughs 1-2 on the grid.
Oh Christ's sake!
The last time Bob started second as well in Canada, he did the exact same thing.
So he picked up a drive-through.
Yep.
Oh, what an idiot! Bray, what have you done to him?
Bob and Chaz, I don't know what.
Oh Christ!
You've broken Bob. That's what you've done.
If I can get a good week, he doesn't do well. Otherwise, he can do it. It's like, I don't know what's going on.
Absolute madness. But no, thank you for coming in, Bray. I know it was a quick jump on it to go through it.
It's always it's always nice to have actual drivers coming on and telling us exactly what happened.
Yeah, I know. We haven't really said much in the extra.
I don't really like coming on here talking about our race and then just quickly going over the rest of them like what we've done with Div 3. I like to know what's gone on.
Yeah.